I'll just do this one. Okay, so well, let me just do that again. Might as well, right? It was pretty quick. All right, so right here you have two faces. I mean, two blocks, which, like I said before, proportions are amazingly great and perfect. But we should do it like this. Because if we look at this, we wouldn't want it to be two different pieces. I don't think, because it would look odd, even if we bevel both of these. So I'll just delete this one, go get the knife tool. Oh, wait, Q to quit, select this, knife tool, hold down control, click on this, Q to quit. Go to this face right here, control E, W, pull this out. And then we could even extend that over here. I have to look at your reference. I think it's all the same thing. But now, all right, let's say this whole thing is the same thing. Like it's not a different material. Is this a different material than this?
Um,
Or it's the
no.
same, it's like the same kind of countertop material, like whatever
Yeah,
marble?
it is.
Okay, so if it's the same material, then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go get this knife tool, hold down control, and we'll just make the cut right here. And I'll just select it. We'll select this, H to hide it, and then we'll go right here, go to face, control E. Oh, I thought I hid that. Am I tripping? Oh, I know what it is. Okay. So go here, control E, and we could like pull it out. And then go right here. And then all this is I'll isolate, select it, edge, select it all, shift right click, bevel edge, press F to focus in. F. Oh. Let's go to the edge, go to fraction. I'm holding down control for ultimate control. Go to segments. Remember, 2 or more. 3 usually is pretty good. Sometimes I just do 2, just depends. Oh, I'm sorry. Go to unisolate select. So now we have this. And all it has is a continuous edge. We can see the little roll off right there. So it's looking nice and pretty. Now this right here, these cabinets, how are we gonna do this? If I move this out, we see what it is. I see what you did. You want that middle piece right there. So it'll be the same kind of deal. So let me just take this and this and this and this, and then I'll isolate these. All right. So for something like this, you just do this. You take one of these faces, drag it over here. You have the, oh, it won't actually. Because remember, I like this. So I'm going to object mode, take this, control D. Now just, let's move it forward. Now I'll take this right here, pull this over here. And remember, since it's a box, we're just gonna select it and then shift right click, bevel the edge. So we have ourselves a nice roll off on that corner. And then we'll just take this. Let's go to vertexes, select all of these, move it right here. And do the same thing. Bevel it. So put 2 there. And then we could just pull it right here. And then press F to focus in. And I'll just press 4. I'll just select all these, press 5. And then I could like align it like that, let's say. Oh, however it's supposed to be. Like I said, I'm working without a reference. So press 4 again, select all these, press 5. Yeah. And then we could just copy it over. And then whatever shader this is, let's go look at shaders real quick. Let's see what it is. There's no names, so gotta search. All right. That's okay. That's just a lesson.
I actually think it's the regular shader. I don't think I changed the color.
Oh, I thought it was green.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's all good, you know. It's a learning lesson. So
Or like a turquoise, maybe.
maybe this was it. Okay. So there's 2 ways to add this, right? Well, you know, if we select it and let's name it back cabinet MTL for material, right? What we can do is we can just select it now and we can do right click, assign existing material, and then back cabinet material. We can do it like that, or we can find it over here. And if we go to this, we can make these larger, but it's not showing the Arnold stuff. Oh, why am I clicking again? Back cabinet. So we can also do this. We can select our object and then we can select our material. I mean, not even click it. So I'm not even clicking this. I'm just right clicking and going assign to material. And then it'll assign it. Or we can do this. If it's right here, I mean, yeah, back cabinet material, and this is our object, we can just middle mouse button click, go to the object and let go. Also with this hyper shade, whatever we click on, so back cabinet material, we have the same controls that we have right here that we do on our objects. Yes, so this is the same exact thing as this. You know? So just FYI.
Wait, actually, can you repeat that? You said the color under weight is the exact same thing?
Oh, no, I mean just all the parameters. So this parameter right here, so like any shader that you have, you see how it says weight right here and this says weight. So I guess I'm basically saying it's all like you can access the material like this, selecting the object, right click, material attributes, and then it's right here, right? But also if we click on the hyper shade, we can still manipulate the same attributes right here. It's the same thing, it's just in a different window. So we're selecting, so we have a whole bunch of shaders here that we can select and do stuff with. And you know, we have a little shader ball here, and of course we can like change the type of thing that we see. I think you can manipulate this too. If I click in this, is that it? It's been so long since then. I thought you could rotate it. I'm like positive you could. Nah, don't worry about it too much. But yeah. So basically we can like look at our material. Let me click on that. It could be shader ball. I could be thinking of another pro. I could be thinking about Cinema 40. I don't think I am. I thought you. I was like almost certain you could rotate this. But anyway, we can just change what it is if we want to. But we can look at all our materials from here. Do that. And we could also do the same with our lights too. If you had some lights in there, select them. And we have this so we can enlarge them, make them smaller. We can have a list right here, so, or we can have a shader ball. Yeah. And there's a little bit more stuff in there too. Let me go to substance. Oh, this is paused. And if your thing is red like this and it's paused, I think you press this. Yeah. And that's when scenes are like super high and heavy, like the other scene I showed you. There was like crazy stuff in it and it was going slow. So that's when you do something like that. Yeah, now that you have this, and if we look inside, it's like we have the roundness, and that's what we want. So something like this, same thing. We want that roundness. So let's go to edge, bevel. I don't know how you made it, but for whatever reason, this isn't beveling. But if I wanted to make that again, I just go get myself a box, fill it up. Oof. Looks like your box is Control E, pull this up, edge. I think it had some back to it. It's all good to model something huge and then reduce it later. Just as long as the scale is looking good. And go to bevel. All right, so now we have a bevel, which is what we want. Remember, 2 or more, but don't go too crazy. Yeah. So remember, that nice little roll off is this is what we're looking for. And of course, you want to get it right off the break. But stuff like this, if if it has to be scaled in, cool. But when it starts to get like turn to a headache is if this had like a bunch of divisions for whatever reason and some other stuff, and then it's like, well, okay, I can scale this side, and then I could scale this side, but just the more stuff you have, the harder it is to edit. I mean, this is still pretty simple, but that's just something to keep in mind. So you want to keep the base shape. You want to get that base shape first and kind of model it all the way to completion before you do this beveling. Beveling is like a finishing move, you know? It's like Mortal Kombat where it's like you already got everything to the end and you've already won, and now it's like finish him, and then you want to do that cool move where like kick somebody's head off, or Sub-Zero like freezes them and there's a little uppercut. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but yeah. Mortal Kombat. But anyway, yeah, so this is how you make that.